Operation Rsvp. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recorded for LibriVox by William Haseltine. Operation Rsvp by Henry Beam Piper.
Vladimir N. Dzhubinski, Foreign Minister, Union of East European Soviet Republics. To Wu Fengtong, Foreign Minister, United Peoples Republics of East Asia. 15 January 1984. Honored Sir, pursuant to our well-known policy of exchanging military and scientific information with the government of friendly powers, my government takes great pleasure in announcing the completely successful final tests of our new nuclear rocket-guided missile Marxist Victory. The test launching was made from a position south of Lake Balkhash. The target was located in the East Siberian Sea. In order to assist you in appreciating the range of the new guided missile Marxist Victory, let me point out that the distance from launching site to target is somewhat over 50% greater than the distance from launching site to your capital, Nanking. My government is still hopeful that your government will revise its present intransigent position on the Khakum River dispute. I have the honor, etc., 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 V.N. Dzhubinski.
Wu Fengtong to Vladimir N. Dzhubinski. 7 February 1984. Estimable Sir, my government was most delighted to learn of the splendid triumph of your government in developing the new guided missile Marxist Victory, and at the same time deeply relieved. We had, of course, detected the release of nuclear energy incident to the test, and inasmuch as it had obviously originated in the disintegration of a quantity of uranium-235. We had feared that an explosion had occurred at your government's secret uranium plant at Katanga. We have long known of the lax security measures in effect at this plant, and have as a consequence been expecting some disaster there. I am therefore sure that your government will be equally gratified to learn of the perfection by my government of our own new guided missile Celestial Destroyer, which embodies in greatly improved form many of the features of your own government's guided missile Marxist Victory. Naturally, your own scientific warfare specialists have detected the release of energy incident to the explosion of our own improved thorium-hafnium interaction bomb. This bomb was exploded over the North Polar ice cap about 200 miles south of the pole, on about 35 degrees east longitude, almost due north of your capital city of Moscow. The launching was made from a site in Tibet. Naturally, my government cannot deviate from our present just and reasonable attitude in the Khakum River question. Trusting that your government will realize this, I have the honor to be your obedient and respectful servant, Wu Fengtong. From New York Times, February 20th, 1984. Afghan ruler fated at Nanking. Amir Sher Ali Abdallah confers with UPREA Prez Sing Li Yin.
UEESR Foreign Minister Dzhubinski to Maxim G. Kalyankov, Ambassador at Nanking. 3rd March 1984. Comrade Ambassador, it is desired that you make immediate secret and confidential, repeat, secret and confidential inquiry as to the whereabouts of Dr. Dmitry O. Voronov, the noted Soviet rocket expert, designer of the new guided missile Marxist Victory, who vanished a week ago from the Joseph Vilianovich Djugashvili reaction propulsion laboratories at Molotovgorod. It is feared in government circles that this noted scientist has been abducted by agents of the United Peoples Republics of East Asia, possibly to extract from him, under torture, information of a secret technical nature. As you know, this is but the latest of a series of such disappearances beginning about 5 years ago, when the Khakum River question first arose. Your utmost activity in this matter is required. Dziubinsky.
Ambassador Krylenkov to Foreign Minister Dzhubinski. 9 March 1984. Comrade Foreign Minister, since receipt of yours of 3384, I have been utilizing all resources at my disposal in the matter of the noted scientist D.O. Voronov, and availing myself of all sources of information, e.g. spies, secret agents, disaffected elements of the local population, and including 2 UPREA cabinet ministers on my payroll. I regret to report that the results of this investigation have been entirely negative. No one here appears to know anything of the whereabouts of Dr. Voronov. At the same time, there is considerable concern in the UPREA government circles over the disappearances of certain prominent East Asian scientists, e.g. Dr. Hong Fu, the nuclear physicist, Dr. Hin Yang Wu, the great theoretical mathematician, Dr. Meng Xing, the electronics expert. I am informed that UPREA government sources are attributing these disappearances to us. I can only say that I am sincerely sorry this is not the case. Krylenkov. Wu Fengtong to Vladimir N. Dzhubinski. 21 April 1984. Estimable Sir, in accordance with our established policy of free exchange with friendly powers of scientific information, permit me to inform your government that a new mutated disease virus has been developed in our biological laboratories, causing a highly contagious disease similar in symptoms to bubonic plague, but responding to none of the treatments for this latter disease. This new virus strain was accidentally produced in the course of some experiments with radioactivity. In spite of the greatest care, it is feared that this virus has spread beyond the laboratory in which it was developed. We warn you most urgently of the danger that it may have spread to the UEESR. Enclosed are a list of symptoms, etc. My government instructs me to advise your government that the attitude of your government to the Khakum River question is utterly unacceptable, and will require considerable revision before my government can even consider negotiation with your government on the subject. Your obedient and respectful servant, Wu Fengtong. From New York Times, May 12, 1984. Afghan ruler fated at Moscow. Amir sees Red Square troop review. Confers with Premier President Mozargan. Xing Ya, UPREA Ambassador at Moscow, to Wu Fengtong. 26 June 1984. Venerable and honored Sir, I regret humbly that I can learn nothing whatsoever about the fate of the learned scholars of science of whom you inquire, namely Hong Fu, Hin Yang Wu, Meng Xing, Yi Ho Li, Wang Fat, and Bao Huxin. This inability may be in part due to incompetence of my unworthy self, but none of my many sources of information, including Soviet Minister of Police Morgodov, who is on my payroll, can furnish any useful data whatsoever. I am informed, however, that the UEESR government is deeply concerned about similar disappearances of some of the foremost of their own scientists, including Voronov, Yirenkov, Kangonov, Bakhorin, Himmelfarber, and Polavinsky, all of whose dossiers are on file with our Bureau of Foreign Intelligence. I am further informed that the government of the UEESR ascribes these disappearances to our own activities. Ah, venerable and honored Sir, if this were only true! Kindly consented to accept compliments of Xing Ya.
Dziubinsky to Wu Fengtong. 6 October 1984. Honored Sir, pursuant to our well-known policy of exchanging scientific information with the governments of friendly powers, my government takes the greatest pleasure in announcing a scientific discovery of inestimable value to the entire world.